Hey guys, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. I'm coming at you from a different room than you have seen today because I graduated last weekend and now I am home, so this is kind of my room for the summer. Yeah, so hope you like it. Only half my string lights work, but I think I only got those in the video. So I'll be home for the summer. I am working though, actually in a job that uses my degree, and not just any degree, friends, my Bachelor of Arts in theater. So if you're currently thinking about going to college or you have a major and people are like, you're not going to get a job in that, tell them to suck it because you can. That's just my little rant for the moment, but seriously, don't listen to people that tell you that you can't do something and that something's useless, because I promise you that it's not useless. My theater degree got me a job 2 days after graduation and got me into law school. So yeah, so the next few videos I'll probably be kind of switching around where I'm filming. I already filmed a tutorial on this look and filmed it in a little bit different of a setup, so it's probably going to be changing until I can figure out the best possible place to film. But that aside, also, I hit 100 subscribers today, which is super exciting. I know that that's like nothing on YouTube, but I just wanted to thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I honestly didn't think I would get any subscribers, so even 100 is like crazy cool to me. So just thank you so much. And without further ado, let's just get into this video, which is a anti-haul what I'm not going to buy video. I have been watching these like crazy recently, and I just thought I would make one because mostly for like the sake of myself, because even when I'm like, I'm not gonna buy that, you just kind of, you buy it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So I just thought that I would make this video to help myself and to maybe help some of you not fall into the hype with some products. Yes. I took this video idea obviously from Kimberly Clark. If you haven't seen her anti-haul video, I will link the first one down below, and you should definitely go watch it because she's freaking hilarious. But basic disclaimer, this is not to say that these are bad products. Many of them I haven't even tried yet, and they just personally aren't like what I'm looking for. So if you love these products, this, like, I mean no offense to you, and if you are super excited about getting these products, that's awesome. You do you. This is just my opinion, and my products that I'm not going to buy, I believe I included 10, so I'm just going to start there on my phone because I'm a professional. Alright, so the first thing that I am not going to buy is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Oh my god, I have seen people going crazy over this palette that's like a warm neutral palette with cute packaging and like 2 peach shades that you probably have blushes very similar to. And I love Too Faced, I love my chocolate bar palette, but I don't get the hype. Like, it's so pretty, the packaging is so pretty, and I'm like preaching to the choir here because I feel like a ton of people have talked about this palette. But like a ton of people love it, and I get that. It's a beautiful palette, and if you don't have a lot of neutrals, or if it's just like really something you want in your collection, totally go for it. But for me personally, I have all those shades already. I don't need a palette that smells like peach. It kind of grosses me out a little bit. Yeah, it's not what I want, and I'm not going to pay that much money for such a hyped product. And it's just like I've seen people go crazy. One of my friends just like, oh, I don't get it. I don't get the hype around it. I think that it is an average palette, and even though it's Too Faced, like, they will come out with something very similar in like a week and a half probably. And yeah, so you can honestly just grab a couple shades, like a peach shade or whatever from MAC or Makeup Geek, and you can just create that palette because you probably already have the warm shades in your collection, because I know I do. This brings me to the second thing I'm not going to buy, which is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette. At first, I was like, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I need it. I want it. Let me buy it right now, immediately. But then the more I looked at it, and I think honestly my problem with it is that it's just so warm, which makes sense for a peanut butter and jelly palette. It would be like the warm browns and the purple, and that's beautiful. But just because I have a million warm toned eyeshadows already, and I do like to wear cool tones kind of often, it just wasn't a palette that was worth it for me to buy personally. And the fact that it smells like peanut butter kind of grosses me out too. I don't know. I used to really like the scented things, but now I'm kind of like moving away from that. But anyways, that's a beautiful palette. It's just not a palette that I want to spend $30 on, you know? So I'll just keep going with eyeshadow palettes, I guess. The next palette that I'm not going to buy is the Urban Decay Alice Through the Looking Glass eyeshadow palette. And the reason is honestly the packaging. I love Alice in Wonderland. I love Urban Decay. It'd just be like a cool collector's item to have, even though most of the shadows I probably wouldn't even use, or like I already own them, you know, the same thing. But like with this one, I guess because it's personally something I love, Alice in Wonderland, I would be all over that if it had good packaging. But it comes in like a cardboard box. And like, if I'm gonna pay that much money for an eyeshadow palette, it should come in some nice packaging. Like I'm thinking, you know how the Gwen Stefani packaging had like little circles on it? If they would have done like that type packaging with like the chessboard, it would have been beautiful and I would have bought that like instantly, like so fast. It's seriously like, I love Alice in Wonderland so much and I wish that I could buy something from this collection, but the packaging just really like turned me off to it, I guess. So that was just kind of my opinion on that. I don't like the packaging. If the packaging was different, I would have been all over it. And I need to see that movie. ASAP. Alexa, we're going? Moving on down the list. This is just a thing I saw randomly on Sephora's app today. And let me find it. Okay. It's the Kevyn Aucoin the Neo Bronzer, and it looks like it kind of fades. Okay. It fades from like a bronzer all the way to like basically a light, like translucent e-powder. And it's $58. I haven't seen this in person, so I don't know like how big it is in real life, but I feel like most Kevyn Aucoin products are kind of small, so I'm under the assumption this is pretty small. And it just, they're blended together, so like how am I supposed to use this? I like my Urban Decay one, but there's like defined lines, so it's easy to like get what you want, but this, I just don't get it. It's like ombre, and it looks really pretty, but I don't understand like how this would be possibly practical to use, and also the fact that it's $58, like could we get like a little like dividers in there? I don't know. So I just saw that and I was like, nah. And next on my list is pretty much any color correcting palette ever. Like I am pretty over this color correcting trend. Pretty over it. I do like the Cover FX has these ones where you can just get like 2 at a time, and I like that because that gives you the option to like just get the colors that are like the ones you need. So like for me, I have a lot of redness, so I could get green and then like maybe a yellow to brighten, or whatever is to brighten. What, peach? I don't know. But these color correcting palettes that just like, I feel like you'd just be caking your makeup on so thick that like it just wouldn't look good, and I don't understand the point of having all of those, because I feel like not, unless you're like a makeup artist or something, I feel like most of us have just certain things that are wrong with our skin, but we don't need like a million color correctors, and I feel like those palettes just like will influence me to like cake on the makeup and like just put everywhere that I don't need. So that is why I'm not going to buy those. This one might be a shock to many, but I will not buy the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I will not buy it. It's $23. Brow pencils last about a day, and there are dupes, at least in terms of like, I feel like, okay, I haven't tried it, so I can't say they're dupes, but I have tons of brow pencils that I have used that I really enjoy. I like the NYX one. L'Oreal came out with one recently, and you can just kind of get the same look without spending that much money on a Brow Wiz. Now, for the brow definer, I get that. I get the dip brow. I get the brow powders. I get why those are expensive, but I just don't understand like why the Brow Wiz is so expensive. And I wouldn't buy it. But I would totally buy some of their other things, and I love their liquid lipsticks. But the Brow Wiz itself is just no. Next, the Tarte, you know, the hybrid gel, like 2-in-1. It's like in a pot, and you have to like scoop it out and put it on. 1, can't buy it because of the color. There's none light enough. 2, it just, that kind of packaging really grosses me out. I think they could have put in like a pump or something. I get that it's like cute in the frosted glass, but you could have done like a little frosted glass bottle, something where it's not just like sitting open, easy to spill, where you have to scoop it out, where you like dip your finger in. It just doesn't seem very hygienic to me. And yeah, and then on top of that, I have oily skin, and I feel like that would be a true disaster, but not going to buy that. And for my last product, this is just kind of a general, like, it's not a single product that I'm not going to buy, but like a general type of product. And again, I think this might be because I have oily skin, but I do not need more highlighters. I have like 3 highlighters, I think. I have the Becca Opal highlighter, which I love. I have that Wet n Wild highlighter, the new one that's in like a stick, twisty-uppy thing that I kind of like. And I have my Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana like highlighter. And my thing with highlighters that is really an issue is I feel like they all, when it comes down to it, they're like the same 3 tones of highlighter. So I feel like there's no point in me purchasing more because I have kind of all 3 tones, except for I don't have a pinky one, but like pinky ones don't really go on my skin very well. So it's kind of like I have highlighters that already work, so it's kind of like, why go out and spend so much money? I know that like those glow kits are in and everything, but it's like only one of those is probably going to work on your skin, and I just don't see the hype around so many highlighters. But that's all I have to say about that. Alright, so that brings me to the end of this video. I hope that it was somewhat entertaining or like helpful. I don't know, I hope it just didn't seem like a whiny, complainy video, because that's not what I meant it to be. I like these videos and I wanted to try one. But that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like, comment, whatever, this typical YouTuber thing, but like, please check out more of my videos. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in my next one. Hope you're having a great day, week, month, year, everything. Peace out.